Is this movie yet another example of how difficult it is to balance a superstar actor and a great story? Let's find out. So, Coolie, starring the great Rajnikanth, is directed by one of my favorite directors, Lokesh Kanagaraj. And whenever he directs a film, I have huge expectations. And that is the problem, right? When you have huge expectations in life regarding anything, does it ever match? Unfortunately, no. So Coolie didn't match my expectations or the hype, but I still enjoyed the movie and had fun. The basic premise of the story is that Rajnikant's friend, Kachak, is killed. And the rest of the story is him finding out which idiot killed my friend. Until the interval, I was having fun because this was a nice, silly murder mystery and suspense. And oh my god, there was a twist in every 10 minutes. There were so many twists in Coolie, I thought, is Abbas Mustan directing this movie? For those of you who didn't get that reference, Abbas Mustan are famously known for having a lot of shocking twists in their movies. So the twists in Coolie does keep you engaged and guessing what the hell is happening. I could see the audience in the theater discussing amongst themselves, oh my god, did he do it? என்னப்பா இப்படி பண்ணிட்டேவா? The problem was there was too much of this, and it feels like a lot of scenes were designed to create mass and visual worthy moments, but in the process, the story got lost. Shah. I'm a firm believer that in life, when there is too much of something, it starts feeling a bit inauthentic. And that is the case here as well. Too much focus on mass moments, twists, has compromised the most important aspect, which is telling a great story. In one of the director's previous films, Vikram, I thought was the perfect example of balancing story with mass entertainment. In Vikram, the whistle-worthy moments came out of the story, but in Coolie, it feels like the other way around, where the story took the back seat and Rajnikant took the front seat. Now, is that just pressure of writing and directing the superstar Rajnikant, where you think entertaining the audience is more important than making a great film? And this point is further proven because of the ultimate scam that the makers and director pulls off, which is the cameos. What the heck? In the poster, in the trailer, everywhere the makers promoted this movie like it was an ensemble cast of all these legendary actors like Upendra, Nagarjuna, Aamir, but they barely add anything to the story. So it feels like they were done for marketing reasons because their integration into the film didn't necessarily add value to the story. Of course, I didn't mind seeing them in the movie because I love watching great stars like Upendra and Amir. It's nice for the whistles, but detrimental for the story. Nagarjuna plays the villain in this film, and I thought he was underused. Like, his character lacked an intimidating factor necessary for a villain. In fact, his role feels like an extended cameo because he just comes in and out of the movie, so he doesn't feel like an active part of the film, which is frustrating. Now, as for Upendra and Amir, just because their introduction shots are in slow motion doesn't mean it's creating an impact. There has to be a solid reason for them to be in this film, and that's when the impact happens. An actor who was given a larger role was Soubin Shahir, and he was fantastic as always. I love watching him in every single role, and I won't say whether he's a good guy or bad guy in this movie because that'll be a spoiler. His dance and energy in that Monica song was freaking amazing. He overshadowed Pooja Hegde, who's supposed to be the center of attention in that song. Also, I'm asking myself, why is this song suddenly come out of nowhere in the story? And I'm still asking myself that. Well, marketing reasons. Another saving grace of this movie is Anirudh's background score. In fact, his background score had more screen time than all of the cameos combined. The score in this film was very, very fun to listen to, and even in scenes which weren't so whistle worthy, his music makes it a whistle worthy scene, and it was the perfect homage to the stardom of Rajnikanth. The movie's driving force was Rajnikanth. Most scenes, dialogues, music, fights were designed to show how great of a superstar he is, which is fine. But for the first time in a Lokesh film, I thought the fight scenes were too long and it lacked the intensity compared to his previous films. There is one great action set piece in the second half, which was a chase sequence. You know, one person running after the another. It was great because that scene was driven by the story. There is another fight scene in the second half which goes on and on and on and on. And I'm like, can they please stop fighting? Although there is one fight scene from the past where a young Rajni is beating up men with an old school filter, that was a brilliant creative choice. So, overall, despite this being an underwhelming experience and not matching the hype of the movie, I still had a good time in the theater, especially if you are a Rajni fan like me. So, in my rating scale, from dry to aroused to horny to mini orgasm to multiple orgasms, Coolie gave me a mini orgasm.
Oh, yeah.
Monica, Monica, achuchu Monica, achuchu Monica, achuchu Monica, kichkichima, kichkichima, Monica, achuchu Monica, achuchu Monica, kichkichima, kichkichima.